Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Ant, one half of Delinquent Duo here, coming at you with a quick little updated Dragon Link deck. I just wanted to put this out there because the branded cards just came out, so I've been testing it a little bit in Dragon Link along with the VERTE Anaconda package, Fallen of Albaz, to make the new boss monster, Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. This guy is pretty cracked if you don't know, so I wanted to put this video guys for you out there so you can see how you can splash in the branded package into Dragon Link. A lot of people say that this deck is going to be dead in the upcoming format, but I think it's still pretty good. I'm going to explain my reasons why upcoming. So if you guys do like this content, please be sure to give us a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome Dragon Link content. And without further ado, let's get into this combo. So I do want to show off this end board that I made because it's pretty cracked. You know, you end up with Hot Red, the Mirror Jade, and a Seal, as long with like a bunch of follow-up that I have. You can see I have my Nibiru in my hand, and I also have a lot of follow-up in my grave after going through the Zombie Vampire and the Chaos Ruler, and I got Seyfried in the graveyard and Galactic Spiral. So, you know, all the good Dragon Link stuff that you can do. And just adding on top of that with the Verte, being able to make Mirror Jade, it's just really cracked because this guy is really nice. So I'll go through the combos and do a little deck profile after. So I'm just going to do it like live. My computer is like a little bit laggy right now, actually. All right, we're going to get into a little bit of a hand right here. So I'm going to do, this is like a basic Dragon Link combo right here. And I'm going to end on the Ice Jade guy, and we're going to see how that goes. So just going to use the Seyfried to get black, and we're going to skip a couple steps. Special summon black by banishing the Seyfried, and then go into our Striker Dragon. Then getting the effects, we will get the black and the Striker Dragon, so we can add that back and add our Boot Sector Launch to hand. Then go ahead and banish 2 special White Dragon and use all of these to go into the Romulus so we can get some Tracer access. Getting the Ravine to the hand, we will go ahead and activate the Ravine and probably pitch this Nibiru and use the Ravine to send the Abzarautor to add our Tracer. Then using the Boot Sector Launch, we can activate that and special summon both of our rocket monsters from the hand. And then we can use these guys, to go into the Seal before we get locked into our dark monsters. Then using the Tracer, we can pop the Boot and special summon the Recharger. Now right here is tough because you do need another Dragon Extender if you do want to go into the Papega Ruler and the Verte, and we did already use our normal summon for Seyfried. So another thing that you could do right here is just guarantee yourself good follow-up. Well, you just can forego the Papega Ruler, which is fine. You don't need to do it all the time. Then go into the Predaplant Verte Anaconda from that. Pay 2K, dumping the branded Fusion. So you can dump a couple things right here. I do play this card, Light Hexial Fusion, and I'll explain why in the deck profile right after this combo. So you can send the Light Hexial Fusion, which counts as Fallen of Albaz, and use the Link Monster on your field to go into the Mirror Jade. And this plays a little bit better against a super poly or something like that because you only have a light and a dark on the board. And yeah, at the end of all of this, you can have some good follow-up. So I already have 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions in my hand already, and then I'm going to get follow-up off of the seal, and I'll also have follow-up off of the ice blade, because when we go ahead and use this effect to banish, we're going to send the Titanclad to the graveyard. And I'm using this guy right now because in the end phase, he can actually go ahead and special summon the Fallen of Albaz. So that's why I like to use Light Hex Seal Fusion and Fallen of Albaz in the same deck, because one can count as the other, and then you could save the Fallen of Albaz in your deck, so that way you can special summon it off a Titanclad during the end phase. And then when this is, you could fusion summon if your opponent has any monsters left, if you want to do that. But it also just gives you good dragon follow-up, so that way you can go ahead and do something like another dragon play, like going to Pisty or what have you, based on whatever extenders that you would have and whatever follow-up that you get off of the seal. So that is pretty good. I'm going to try to run it back one more time just to get a little full combo action going. All right, this hand we're going to show off, and this is pretty much like a full combo Dragon Link hand right here. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the Seifert effect to grab the Black Dragon and special summon the Black Dragon by banishing our Seifert. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Banish that. And we can special summon our Striker Dragon back. Sending that to grave and getting our white and our boot. Then we can go ahead and banish that to special summon the white dragon. A little bit of lag here. But then we use these two to go into our Romulus. Then we can use the Romulus effect to grab ourselves a Ravine for follow-up. I'm not going to use the Ravine right now because I already have the Synchron and Rocket Tracer in my hands, so I don't need to use it just yet. I'm going to go ahead and activate Boot. Boot effect to special summon these guys out. And then we do have our little combo with the Quick Launch and the Tracer again, which is just insane. So before we get locked into darks, I will use this to go into the seal. Then using the Quick Launch, I will chain the Tracer so we can get 2 rockets onto our field. And this is going to let us do Hot Red. This is going to let us do Hot Red and the Zombie Vampire to go into our VERTE Anaconda. So go ahead and special summon a Recharger and Rocket Synchron. Mill some more. And we just pray we don't mill the fusion. So go ahead, get ourselves into the Chaos Ruler. Mill 5. So we do hit a lot of good stuff. So I'm just going to add that back to my hand. We can use the Seifert effect to banish and add our Levy that we just milled. So as you see, that is just completely cracked. Now that we have level 8 access, which we were going to guarantee anyways because we have Ravine, by sending Galactic Spiral Dragon, which I think Galactic Spiral is a little bit necessary to play in this build. But now we don't really have to do that. So making sure that I have enough darks and lights in my graveyard. I have 1 light in my graveyard, 2 lights in my graveyard. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead and banish 3 dark monsters to special summon this Levianeer. Banish, banish, banish all of this, because that is all not needed. Special back our Levy. Activate the effect. Shuffle one back from our opponent. Then use the Chaos Ruler to banish a light and a dark. And we'll banish the Tracer and the white to special summon this back. Then we can, again, overlay. So we're saving our resources to go into the Zombie Vampire. Using the Vampire effect. Detach Levy. Mill another 4. And we can special summon back any one of these guys. So we'll go ahead and special back the Noctovision Dragon. And we can use the save for the Chaos Space. Banish that. Put back our Striker Dragon, because that'll be good follow-up for next turn. Draw a card. Shuffle it up. I then send these to the grave. For our Verte. Then Nocto Dragon draws a card. Then Verte effect. Dump Branded Fusion. And the materials. To special summon the Mirror Jade. Then go that to grave. Get the Hexial Fusion out of our deck. And then we can just use Verte on the field. And special summon our Mirror Jade from here. So this is pretty much the combo that I showed off at the beginning. I'm glad that I got to do it in here, because it is like decently consistent to have a board like this. A lot of times when I was playing Dragon Link, the board that I would end on would be the Heretic Seal, Hot Red or Savage, and like an IP. But in this case, I took out IP, now that we have our Mirror Jade, and I switched it out for the Verte Anaconda, so now you're ending on a stronger interruption with Mirror Jade, Seal, and Hot Red. So this is a pretty standard end board that I really like to do, and I actually am left with a lot more follow-up in my hand, because I drew 2 cards by being lucky. Got a Quick Launch for follow-up, got a Ravine for follow-up. We still have Called By. We had Called By to protect any of our plays for that whole time. So this is a really, really good board, I think. And this Mirror Jade guy is extremely broken. I'm going to do a little bit of a deck profile right now to show you guys the list that I'm running for this, and explain what I think the future of this deck could be. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright everyone, here is the list for my branded dragon deck. It is pretty much the standard Dragon Link list, but I did replace 3 cards. Added the Light Hex Sealed Fusion, added the Fallen of Albaz, and the Branded Fusion, of course, for the Verte branded package. This is a really nice little package, honestly. Getting into the Mirror Jade is just an extremely strong interruption. It's a really good boss monster, and I do want to talk about it a little bit right now. So if you guys don't know what it does, this just came out in the Fallen of Albaz Strike Structure deck. So it says once per turn, quick effect, send a fusion monster from your extra deck that lists Fallen of Albaz as material, banish a monster on the field. Also, this card can now use the effect next turn. If this fusion summoned card in its owner's control leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase of this turn. So it's pretty nice, because it can even like get, if you end on the Mirror Jade and get Naviru'd at some point during that end phase, if your opponent doesn't kill you, you're wiping their whole field. So I had that come up, and it's pretty nice. Also, you can send the Titanclad Ash Dragon from your graveyard and get yourself a Fallen of Albaz special summon from the deck during the end phase. So that's also really nice follow-up for dragons, because Fallen of Albaz also happens to be a level 4 dragon, which of course this deck needs a lot of level 4 dragons. Runs off all the level 4 dragons. And then of course Verte, we all know this card is going to get banned probably, so wanted to put this list out here before that card gets banned, because this card enabling the Mirror Jade in pretty much any deck, as long as they can run like Lex Height Seal Fusion, the Hex Seal Fusion, and the Verte like makes Mirror Jade so easily, and it's pretty crazy. So I don't know how long this is gonna last, but This is a pretty good list. I do really like a lot of the card choices that are in here, and as you know, Dragon Link is just one of the strongest decks, so you kinda gotta respect it. Uh, this is the standard list that I had from, if you guys watched my previous deck list, it's pretty much everything is the same. Except that I like took out, maybe I was playing like Triple Tactics Talents in the main deck instead, but I kind of cut those for the branded package. And everything else is pretty much the same. You don't really have to cut like too much. I have a lot of room for all the extenders that I need, and I do still play the Galactic Spiral Dragon because it does come up if you do want to do the zombie vampire play to go into the VERTE. So this is just another level 8 that is free, and you could pretty much always send it off a ravine. It's almost always live as long as you have the like the Chaos Ruler and the seal on your board. That's what you end up on a lot of times. So then this can go ahead and freely get you into the Zombie Vampire, which is going to freely get you into VERTE, which is going to freely get you into the Mirror Jade. So hope that you guys liked this combo video. Let me know what you think of the deck. This deck can definitely be changed. You might even want to up it to like 45 cards so you don't mill your branded stuff, but that's a different discussion. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. So peace.